Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. Now in today's video what I want to do is something which I always like to do when there comes to new trailers or new information for No Man's Sky updates, and that is a trailer breakdown. Obviously yesterday, in case you don't know, we did finally get the release date for the Beyond update, that being August the 14th, and we also got a new teaser trailer which was played alongside the announcement. Now the trailer itself isn't really that different. In fact, it's almost identical to the older one which we actually had in terms of structure, music and length. The area, however, which we are shown is noticeably different than the first trailer, so there is a lot of new props, some different lighting, things like that, which we're all going to break down. So without further ado, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, right at the beginning of this trailer, we get a nice little overview of this area. Now, I mentioned in my previous video yesterday that I believe that this area is either a space station, a freighter interior, or possibly something new that is going to be coming with Beyond. We get a nice good look through this area, whatever it may be, and there are a lot of things which you will notice have been added since the last trailer. The first and most noticeable thing is this strange little glass cube structure thing. Now, to me, this doesn't look like it's actually a tangible in-game item, as in it's not something you can interact with or get some gameplay out of, but rather just some extra scenery that emphasizes the overall sci-fi feeling of this area. Now, admittedly, there is a small chance this could be something interactable, like a new design for character customization. However, the lack of an entrance or terminal leads me to believe that this thing is really just for show. Regardless of how this cube is going to play in with how Beyond works, it looks fucking cool, and it has a really nice aesthetic to it that complements the whole building. Now, to the right of this cube is again another new prop, that being some sort of green goo in a case, which also sits next to what seems to be a doorway or a room leading off somewhere with some pipes going up the walls. Again, this is likely not a gameplay change or some kind of, tangible thing which we can touch and play around with, but rather just ambience and to give an overall feeling of this room. However, these new props, regardless of how they're going to be implemented into the game, still look really fucking nice, and they still make the room look a whole load nicer. Now, moving on to the important stuff, and this is probably one of the biggest things which you would have noticed, there is indeed a landing pad in this screenshot. However, there isn't just a single landing pad. In fact, there are 3 of these pads, although the other 2 are kind of out of frame. We're presented with a landing pad of 4 spaces where this ship is parked, but there is also one to the left and one to the right. Now, we can't see if these other platforms are also for multiple ships, as in they have 4 spaces, but if it is, then that means we have 12 spaces for ships in one place, which is quite a lot of space if you ask me. Now, this could either play into multiplayer, maybe there's some kind of pad to make it 16 slots in total, one that is out of frame, but either way, this confirms that this area is going to be explorable, or at least available to walk around in. Now, relating to this, notice the positioning of the ship. It's facing towards this big mysterious ball of light at the end of the building. So what does this mean? Well, it means that's the way you're going to fly out. If you think about No Man's Sky currently, your ship, once it lands, always faces the direction you will be heading out of. Space stations, for example, your ship automatically turns to face the exit without you having to do anything. building. This means that when you are ready to leave the building, you don't have to do a little UE and fuck around with turning around. You simply go forward and you're off exploring. So going off of this logic, this white ball of light could actually be a door, but instead of going out into space, because it's obviously not black, it goes into whatever is extremely fucking bright. What is that? Heaven? An ambient effect? I do think that this is some kind of exit. Perhaps this is actually a portal for your ships. I know this has been speculated a load about, but the fact that your ship is facing the direction of this big ball of light leads me to believe that you will have to fly through it. But other than that, most of the building seems the same. I'm still an avid believer that this is a new space station interior, or maybe a freighter interior, or most likely some kind of social hub that will be coming with No Man's Sky Online. It is definitely a new building. It's a new place that we're going to be able to walk around and explore and interact with, but a building for reasons that is essentially unknown. There are a lot of theories floating about in the community, so please do let me know your own thoughts in the comment section of the video, but that is my take on this new teaser. When we do eventually get the full-blown update trailer, that will be a load more interesting to analyze, but without going over what has already been said, that's kind of an idea of what I think this interior is doing. So that's all I have to say for today's video. I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please do feel free to leave a like on it, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.